Thank you for checking out that. Oh, nice. Alright, looks like you got some X-Wings over here. Pretty impressive. Ooh, okay. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Like we said before, man. Gotta think of something pretty quick. What's up everyone, I am JK, your own strategist from YouTube and on Twitch, giving you the basics of RTS games and any other games that require a little bit of those brains a little bit. And I'm going to give you guys the guides on how to be able to succeed in having fun with these games. So right now, it's basically the election right now. I'm recording it during when they're just pulling in the results right now, so I'm gonna have to make this quick. But this is one of the first series I'm gonna be doing for RTS coaching final days, basically. So if you guys don't know, I do an RTS coaching program. I already have 5 students in, and if you guys are interested, make sure you guys go into my Discord and DM me if you guys are more interested or not. I don't have a website yet. I'm developing that right now, but if you guys are interested in that, trying to learn the basics of strategy games or just RTS games in general, then this is the place for you, man. And for free as well, basically. So for the first next 5 people, it will be for free. So if you guys do want to have the opportunity, instead of paying like $10, I mean $10 you probably get a lot of like ramen noodles for that. Like seriously, you could get more. You can get a lot of food for $10, to be honest. If you're in that budget, man, if you need somebody to teach you how to play RTS games for fun, then this is the place for you. Alright, let's get started. So basically, I had one of my first students when it comes to this RTS coaching. His name is ThatYWingGuy. So basically, he is a pilot for basically Star Wars Squadrons. He is a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer. He's basically starting out on Twitch as well. I'm supporting him, trying to work together on like many things basically. But he was one of my first students because he was interested of playing Empire at War, and I guess this is how I all started out, like RTS coaching, So I'm first gonna be telling you who they are basically, and I'm gonna ask you guys to follow them on any social media that they have on here. Make sure you guys follow ThatYWingGuy on Twitch and on YouTube as well. What I'm also going to be doing as well is basically going to be telling just a documentary, a little bit of a story of like what their problems were while I'm just teaching them, basically. Not like oh yeah, this person was like unteachable, but just like their strengths and their weaknesses basically. So let's go with the strengths with ThatYWingGuy when it comes to playing Empire War for beginners. His first strength in the skirmish mode, because we were doing skirmish mode, because majority of the time we all love skirmish modes in Empire War, was basically the fact that he was able to like prioritize a lot of things in the map for the majority of the time. Was able to he instantly was able to build ships, was be able to go after mining facilities, and he is able to do the basics of that. However, there were problems when it comes to this. He was rushing upon these things. He was kind of panicking on what to do basically. Like for example, a lot of times he kept basically trying to avoid the mining facilities. Instead he went for the turrets. And sometimes when it comes to building the ships, as much as he was able to build ships quickly, it wasn't really according to plan. It was usually Z95 hunters, which are only strong against bombers, and they're slow, so they're gonna be picked off against TIE fighters. So they weren't really a good option for the start of the game. And I told him this a couple of times. He still kind of was panicking about that situation. It makes sense, because RTS games do require a lot of micromanaging. If you guys do want to know more about micromanaging, basically you guys can go up to this video right here, basically, in which I talk about micromanaging for beginners, basically. And this will give you 2 steps of how to be able to deal with trying to learn how to micromanage in strategy games. And also when it comes to ThatYWingGuy, majority of the time he was not concentrating on economics at the first game. When it comes to most games, Empire War does require you to get mining facilities in order to build income, which gives you more time and more of that power and money to be able to buy better ships basically, and more of them as well basically. But the problem was he wasn't able to do that because of the fact he was concentrating more on turrets, on the fighters and enemies basically, while the enemy AI was basically concentrating on the mining facilities. So that's why he only had one on this right next to his space station, and while the other enemy had all the rest of the space station. So I saw this and I was like, wow, this is great. Oh boy, he got a lot of learning to do. So I've coached him for a little bit, for about 3 times basically. So about half an hour or an hour per week basically, in order to be able to like teach him the basics of it. He had a lot of things to do as well, because he is a businessman as well. Go check out his work as well on Instagram as well, and write it down below the description as well basically. And also when it comes to like not being able to practice afterwards, he kind of did struggle with trying to remember the basics. So the basics were go after mining facilities, money first, and then trying to prioritize different types of ships. When it comes to different types of ships in Empire War, you only need a couple of them in the first game. So I suggest him to do X-Wings, Y-Wings, and then Korean Corvettes. And if you do have enough money, go with the NANOLEAF and the Korean gunships, because Korean gunships are pretty fast. They're capital ships, and they can be able to go through shields, which a lot of times the capital ships for the Empire just have shields in general, so you're easily able to break through them if you have some proton torpedo launcher type base ships like bombers, or missile launcher based ships like the Korean gunship. So I don't think I told you guys any of this of the steps I do basically when it comes to coaching, but the last week that I do is basically ask them if they want to be featured in a video, and this is the video that he accepted to be in basically. So we recorded, and the thing is basically I was gonna be going 1v1 him in a skirmish battle. So he was the rebellion while I was the Empire basically. So this was pretty fun, you know, trying to get that last steps. If you know, at the end of the game I'll tell him his pros and his cons, you know, his strengths and his weaknesses to improve on basically, in order to make the game fun, you know, because you know it's not like, oh yeah, I'll beat you boy. No, for me it's basically, you know, hey, you know, good job, you know, you did this well, you improve on this, but you gotta work on this, you know, and that basically. And this really took a lot basically, you know, a lot of my patience, because I really wanted to tell him about like some of the things he wasn't doing right basically. But you know, it's a 1v1, try to make it equal fight, or I'm trying to make it, trying to be the best as I can with trying to 1v1 against him basically. You know, I want to go all out, so in order to see like how he does. But he did pretty well, to be honest. You know, he was able to go after the mining facilities, but the problem was basically trying to contain the mining facilities every freaking time. But I'm gonna give this video to you guys. I'm gonna let you guys watch this. If you guys can, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and on Instagram with the link below, and also with the link below with ThatYWingGuy stream basically. And if you guys are interested of a Discord server for GTA 5, you guys can look it down here. I believe I'm affiliated or sponsored by them basically, so you guys can look down the Discord server if you guys are interested of like GTA 5 communities, then you can find them down there. Alright, without further ado, let's get started on this video. Alright man, ThatYWingGuy, please introduce yourself right now.
Hey guys, thanks for being a part of this. I'm glad to be part of this channel. And my name is ThatYWingGuy, and I run a Twitch channel on stream. And what I do is I basically show off my skills as a 80-hour plus pilot in space. So I get to show off the tricks on how to fly Y-wings, U-wings, T-wings, and A-wings. And I like flying with JK, just getting official, because he's a awesome guy. So thanks for having me on the show there, buddy.
Like the flaws that I've been seeing over time, basically with you, has been more with micromanaging. And have you been practicing that for until this day, my man?
I'll be honest, I've been struggling to keep the practice up, but I have on my spare time played in other games with micromanaging, so I'm hoping to transfer some of that knowledge that you gave me the other day to this game today. So hopefully I don't embarrass myself.
All right, no worries, my man. All right, you can be the rebellion or do you want to be Empire? I don't mind being either.
Oh, I'll be the rebellion man. I'm not the Y-wing guy with Y-wing guy flying a TIE fighter. Okay, right.
No worries. All right, ready up, and let's get started here, you guys. Let's do it. I'm gonna go all out basically, so I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna give you advice. This is basically the real deal basically. So you make sure you know what you're doing, and then all will be fine. So what kind of like RTS games haven't you been playing for a little while? Like what kind of RTS games like do you remember this one?
So a long time ago, I played, of course, this game when it came out in 2005 or 6, if I remember. Oh. And when it came out, I was really excited to play it, but unfortunately at the time I didn't have the computer to play it. So long story short, when I finally was able to implement some of the chess strategies that I had. And I used to play a lot of chess when I was a kid. It was a lot of fun. And when I applicated a lot, I realized that chess in this game, it worked, but it wasn't like the best, because this game has a lot of like push and pull from different types of ships working together to not.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, other games that I played were also the N64 back in those days.
Okay.
Like Ogres, I think it's called Ogre Layers 64. I can't remember the exact name. But it was actually pretty intense. I really enjoyed it.
Was that a game basically?
But yeah, it was like an RTS game back in the day. But the biggest one that I really enjoyed back in those days was actually on the PS1. It was called Final Fantasy Tactics. And that's what really got me into RTS, is that game. I really enjoyed that. So that's my background on those old days.
Oh, nice. Very interesting, my man. Yeah. Thank you for sharing out that. Oh, nice. Alright, looks like you got some X-Wings over here. Pretty impressive.
2 hours later.
Alright. What we got here? Very good planning here. Nice.
I'm not doing enough.
Much later.
Like I said before, income is always key. Gotta think of something pretty quick. Gotta think of a solution right now. Alright, attack formation, there you go. Let's go.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Gotta take out those guys now. Alright, target at maximum firepower there, guys. Interesting. Alright, we got this. Alrighty.
1 hour later.
All weapons fire. Alright.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't practiced much,
okay,
so
my man.
That's what you get right now.
No worries, dude. What you need to do more is try to like prioritize more the income, basically. You've done pretty good. I don't think I've addressed this earlier, but you have minimized the amount of units that you've been having, basically. So instead of the Z95 hunters, you went for the X-Wing fighter. So that was good. That was a good thing, because X-Wings are pretty good against any kind of like TIE fighters and bombers, basically. So good choice on that. And then you also maximize more with the Corvettes and a little bit with the frigates, but I think with the Corvettes, I think you did well whenever it came to like the hit and run tactics. That was good too. Remember, you gotta keep on like, you know, using more of that income, basically. Secure the turrets first, because the turrets will just, I mean, when you think about it, the turrets is basically like your buddy reinforcements, basically. You don't need to build something from the friggin' space station in order to do so. You don't need to upgrade. You definitely don't need to upgrade the space station in order to grab a turret, basically. So turrets will give you a huge advantage over just protecting your mining facilities and just everything in general. These 4 weeks have been pretty well, my dude. Just keep on practicing. I know you're a busy man with a lot of schedules and a lot of events coming up soon, man. Can you just give your link down of your Twitch, basically?
Okay, so like I said, people, I fly on Star Wars Squadrons on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. This will be changing. I am looking to have Saturdays off, so it will be changing up. So if you want to find out more about that change up, make sure to go to my Discord at Starfighter, the Starfighter Hangout. That's where that's where I put all my information and such. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at ThatYWingGuy. That's where I put a lot of my information, a lot of infographics, and all that fun stuff. And my channel, ThatYWingGuy, on Twitch. Make sure to follow me. I am 10 away from affiliate, and I would love to have that status of becoming an affiliate member to forward the channel.
Indeed.
So other than that, thanks for having me here there, JK. Sorry my skills haven't been improved, but I can tell you right now, you know I'd school you when I've been flying around.
My dude. Hey, I'm pretty sure at this point you're already better than me in freaking squadrons at this point. I gotta get used to like squadrons right now. Oh my gosh, dude.
It's kind of funny because like yesterday I was just like, when you were flying around, I was like criticizing you a little bit. I'm like, oh man, why is he doing that? But now it's like, as we're playing this game, I'm just like, oh man, talk about karma. I'm sucking raid
I
so
know,
bad.
It was so bad on my last stream. If you guys want links of me and ThatYWingGuy streams, will be down below in the description as well. Basically, I'll also have the times there as well, so you guys can know when we stream and all that good stuff, you guys.
Okay.
Alright, without further ado,
For the Republic.
yes, for the Republic. I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys later.
Also, come check out my channel on Twitch, basically. JK, just kidding, official, basically. I'll have the link down below as well. Basically, I stream now from Fridays to Sundays because I got some stuff on freaking Thursdays. You know, me as a college student, it's not easy. Doing content creating and just like doing all like video editing and streaming is not really easy, to be honest. You know, I mean, content creating is never easy. But basically, I stream from Fridays to Sundays, basically from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Basically, if you guys want to check me out on Fridays to Saturdays when I do RTS games or games that require a little bit of strategy, then you guys can check me out there. I usually do community-based games on Sundays as well. Basically, if you guys want to come check out, you know, just play with me with Among Us, you know, Jackbox games, or even Phasmophobia, because that game is really fun to play. You know, you guys can check me out there basically, and come chat about strategies or just about, you know, who you are basically, because, you know, I have no idea who these people are in YouTube. I would like to know more about you guys in Twitch basically. Well, without further ado, let's get started.